if you're in Oklahoma City, this is the place to shoot. If you ever wanted to shoot at a nice range, go to Oklahoma City, H&H. Watch this clip.
Is this a museum?
It might look like a museum, and it certainly is beautiful, but H&H Gun Range is actually a shooting sports complex with an extensive selection of firearms. We offer classes and private lessons, and we have 36 practice lanes available. We also have a cafe where you can relax after practice, and the top names in shooting sports clothing for men and women all under one roof. Not your ordinary gun range. H&H, your shooting sports complex.
Hey, what a beautiful club. Now I'm going to bring you the owner. He's standing by right now, Miles Hall. Miles, are you out there, buddy?
I am. How are you doing today?
Hey, what's the weather like in Oklahoma City?
A little drizzly today, but then again, Oklahoma weather is always kind of interesting.
Well, we get the rain first out here, and then we send it to you guys.
Oh, gee, thanks. I appreciate that. But you can keep those fires. We don't need those.
Well, that's a beautiful range that you have. How long have you had that range, Miles?
We started in business in 1981, actually.
Okay. And have you expanded upon that range, or did you build it?
Yeah. When we first started, we had a 4,800 square foot facility with 10 lanes at 50 feet because they said that's the most depth you'll ever need at a range is 50 feet.
Okay.
We moved to certification in 1991, and I have to admit we've been very happy here. The wonderful thing about this building is we have the ability to expand and grow within it, and we can do it in little increments. We started off here with, immediately when we moved here, we made the lanes longer and added a few. Now we're up to 36 lanes altogether, and we're getting ready to expand, in fact, now to add archery lanes on, including this techno hunt thing that's out, which is pretty cool. That'll be done next year.
Okay, very good. While you're talking about the range, though, Miles, we have some still pictures that we're going to throw up. And as you talk, just go ahead and tell us more about the range, and we'll put these still pictures up.
Well, we're a unique facility. We're actually more of a complex. There was a reporter that used that term after visiting with us, and I have to admit I love that. We are not your traditional gun store by any stretch of the imagination. This is sort of a new development within the shooting family, if you will, and lots of dealers around the country have come and visited us, in fact, in the hundreds, who are building facilities similar or somewhere inspired at least by this to some degree, which of course we're very honored by. Our theme was simple. We wanted to create kind of a mall-like atmosphere inside, as opposed to the traditional gun shop with the traditional gun cases and so forth. The atmosphere is different, the feel is different, certainly the look and the demeanor of the store is a lot different. And for all those new shooters, and that's really who we were after, was brand new people to the shooting sport, they seem very, very comfortable with this, which is good.
Okay, Miles, how many employees do you have there on a regular basis?
Oh, my land. You're up to 7.
Okay, all right. We're having a little bit of an audio problem. We didn't quite pick that up.
We're up to 73 team members.
Yeah, okay, and so do you have some further events coming up that we should all know about?
Well, you know, always in any event, in any business, you should always have lots of events going on. And we just finished one that I actually would like to tell you about. It was called The Taste of Hunting. You know, and in order to understand that, you need to first take a look back at what transpired last year. The bubble, as we all come to refer to it in the industry, actually started here at H&H back in July of last year, when we began to see this influx of new people, obviously more sales. In fact, between the month of October and the month of January of this year, that 4-month snapshot, 80% of the people who bought guns in here, this was their first time to ever buy a gun. That is a phenomenon. That's not a panic, as a lot of the national media wanted to call it.
Yeah,
it's actually a phenomenon.
Yeah, congratulations.
Well, what we also found out is that these people had never hunted before.
Yeah, right.
And or never even thought about that very much. So we did a 2 events, which we called the Taste of Hunting, in which we brought in wild game and had the cafe crew here cook it up, and then we served an open reception. We had the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife come. We had Safari Club International come. We had the National Wild Turkey Federation come, and we had the NRA come. And all of this just to greet me and say, here's some alternatives besides the guns that you may have purchased back in the beginning of this year, here's another aspect of the sport.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know, Miles, I think your microphone is jiggling around as you talk, and I think that, according to the crew there, that may be the reason why we're having some audio problems. Do you have it pinned to you, or is it on your computer?
Actually, it's a microphone excuse me, setting just beside it.
Ah, okay. Well, for some reason or other, we were picking up a few audio problems, and we were trying to figure out what that was. All right. Well, anyway, tell me again, how many lanes do you have? These are pistol, rifle?
Well, we have 36 lanes total. And of the 36, 24 of them are for high-powered rifles. You can also shoot handguns on those. Then we have 12 lanes dedicated to just pistols and shotguns. We actually have a lot of folks test pattern shotguns. And then we have 6 lanes set up just for BB guns, pellet guns, air rifles. Olympic
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, that's a very growing sport, actually. I know there's a lot of air rifle going on around the country. We're going to film some in the near future here and bring that to the folks. But I know there's a lot of that going on. You know, we need to come out there to the range, Miles. We need to do some filming out there. Actually, just send a crew out and have you walk us around. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I would be pleased to have you come. Oklahoma is a wonderful state. And certainly we'd be very proud and honored to have you come see our facility. You bet. We'd be happy to.
All right, I'm going to make a point of doing that, Miles, because I think we need to know more about your range. You have a lot to offer in Oklahoma City, and congratulations to you for bringing on so many new hunters. And I would assume if I came to Oklahoma City and I didn't have a pistol or I didn't have a rifle, I would guess that I'm able to rent those as well, correct?
Oh, Lord, yeah. We have close to 100 rental guns, absolutely. You know, because a lot of folks, you know, unlike the car industry where you can take a gun or take a car and go out and drive and test drive it, you really can't do that in the gun industry. So we got into gun rentals a long time ago, and that way somebody can kind of try the style or the feel of it before they buy it.
Right. Right, and that's the greatest advantage to your range, is that they're able to come in there, maybe purchase the weapon, and then, or go out and at least pull the trigger on it and then purchase it. That's great, Miles. I mean, we're going to make a point of coming out there, Miles. The next time we're in that part of the country, and I think that's not going to be too long from now, we're going to come by and see you, but we'll let you know when we're coming, okay?
I would be honored. We would be thrilled to death to have you come. You bet. Yeah. I know a few good cigar places for you, so we'll take good care of it.
We probably get a pretty good steak there too, huh?
Absolutely a good steak. We know how to do meat, that's for sure.
Thank you very much, Miles. We'll see you.